Welcome to the third vinyl and CD review episode. Half and half, as in the last episode, 12 in all. Let's see what we got. A jazz outing from TIMO LASSY on the Must Have Jazz label called Big Brass. Subtitled with Ricky Tick Big Band Brass Live at Savoy Theatre, Helsinki, and spanning 2 slabs of vinyl in a gatefold, this is Finn saxman LASSY fronting a multi-horn brass section that's used to pushing boundaries, backing rap artists for example. Meanwhile, arranger and conductor Valtteri Poihanen provides a cooling atmosphere to the occasion. Even the more energetic sequences are infused with air and space, lending the performance a naturalistic presentation. Combining a mixture of soul and free jazz, tradition and innovation, this is a well-mastered release packed with quality jazz. An original motion picture soundtrack for you this time. This is a compilation from the Republic of Music label. It inserts 2 slabs of vinyl into 1 sleeve. Taken from the Beats film that focuses on the 1994 dance scene, the press release says this, and I quote, "The explosion of the free party scene, a journey into the underworld, full-on collision with the forces of law and order, coming-of-age story," unquote. I'm sure you know what to expect in movie terms, but this double vinyl album is packed with dance classics from the time, including Orbital's Belfast, Model 500's The Chase, Left Field's Song of Life, LFO's Track 4 and more from the likes of Liquid Liquid, Enjoy and Carl Craig. Offering a decent master, see this release as a good retro dance collection and you won't go far wrong. The experience of the repetition of death from Klavis Jensen on the snappily monikered 130701 label. The title of this particular release is a serious one indeed, because it relates to the artist looking after her terminally ill mother and the nature of the care she provided. The concept of repetition in care and the looping structures that such care can form if looked at as a whole. This is a neoclassical outing that integrates cello drones layered in a complexity that suggests unthinking activity, things that have to be done and so are done. Well mastered, this almost meditative and sometimes portentous vinyl LP encourages thought and daydreaming. Onto the UK audiophile label Demon now, and Struts, Time Moves On. Strutt were a disco funk outfit from New Jersey. Signed up to the Brunswick label, they produced this 9-tracker way back in 1976, featuring guitarist Carmen Consentino, Frank Portolano on keys, woodwind player Jim Meck, Joe Escobar on bone, bassist Edward Walker and drummer Roger Zumbo on percussion, with pianist-producer Benny Clark pointing finger and telling people what to do. The title track and the song Funky Sign are the best known tracks from this release, before the outfit slipped back into the mists of time and out of the business. Offering a solid, even mastering, this vinyl LP offers a lot of energy and effort and solid performances. It never truly stands out, but it will be of great interest as a rarity buy for fans of the genre. From Third Man Records and in the Live at Third Man Records series, this is Broken Social Scene. This live outing was recorded at Third Man and direct to disc 2, thus maximising the energy and edge of the performance, but also the purity of the sound itself, minimising the chain from the voice to the groove. This multi-layered, multi-peopled indie rock outfit from Canada started in 1999 and has seen many band members come and go, but the group tend to offer thoughtful, considered and sometimes a bit Springsteen, as in the track Stay Happy. But hey, if you don't like one song, a new style will be around in a few minutes. Third Man continue to issue some of the best presented vinyl live albums currently on sale to a groove-hungry public. The label 130701 is back again, and we have Ian William Craig with the LP Red Sun Through Smoke. And to complement that title, this particular issue is pressed on translucent red vinyl. Actually, this vivid red vinyl is tragically apt because the LP reflects on the spate of recent forest fires that have been dotting the globe in recent times. Craig himself lost a family member, his grandfather, to one of these events in British Columbia. Using his grandfather's old piano, in fact, dodgy tape loops and a cassette deck, Craig phases, wobbles and washes across the soundstage. The tragedy collides with the fact that Craig has only just found his new love. Hence, contrasts are at heart to this new release. The experimental outing combines both authority with simplicity, even if this music sometimes sounds like it's hanging on by its fingertips. From the AXEL label, we have a whopping great CD box set collection. The album collection, actually, from 1977 to 1985 from the Village People. Oh, what larks! How can you not smile when you think of the Village People? Disco funk for to the very floor. Lots of chin-scratching questions about sexuality, oodles of costumes, massive hooks, even bigger hits, and look, someone has to say this, the absolutely magnificent voice of Victor Edward Willis. He was sort of subsumed as the lead singer in a police outfit, part of the much-mocked camp pop group, when he could have easily been a legendary funk soul singer, ranking with the very best. The man should have been a solo superstar. But I digress. This magnificent CD box set, well mastered, covers 9 albums from the 1977 debut Village People up to 1985's Sex Over the Phone, and includes 1979's double album Live and Sleazy, contained in mini replica sleeves including gatefold wallets for Live and Sleazy and Can't Stop the Music. This is a great value set. It's an Elvis Presley collection. Well, a themed Elvis Presley collection. It's a sort of roots and covers type of collection, and it arrives from the German audiophile outfit Bear Family. It comes in a digipack. This CD covers songs recorded between 1958 and 1962. There's some intriguing rarities here as well, including A Big Hunk of Love from Johnny Devlin and the Devils with the Deltones, an Australian outfit that appeared on the low-budget Teen label. Devlin was actually a Kiwi and that country's answer to Elvis. Then there's the UK artist Johnny Worth with Now and Then There's a Fool Such as I, released originally on the Embassy label in 1959 and 2 months after Elvis's version. He still got to number 2 in the charts though. There's lots of variety here though. Peggy Lee with her classic version of Fever, Priscilla Bowman and Like a Baby, Bobby V and the Crickets with I Gotta Know, and actor Tony Perkins with Moonlight Swim. The recording does suffer from compression with edgy mids and pinched treble, but that's really the nature of this particular beast and its original mix. In short, this is a brilliant compilation, well produced and superbly curated. AXEL Rudy Pelle next with Sign of the Times on the Steam Hammer. Get ready to rock. Ex-Steeler man and super successful solo artist whose reputation as a guitar axeman is well deserved, this heavy rock god presents his work in classic heavy rock terms. Anyone who loves AC/DC, Iron Maiden and the like will love Pelle, although his more recent outings are slightly harder and rather more frantic. Lots of energy and flailing hair, yes, but there's plenty of melodic intent here and hooks to pull you along from track to bass thumping track. And then there's the guitar, of course. Pelle is more than ready to stand up and whisk off a quick guitar melange of supreme skill and complexity, while retaining the central theme, adding a few looped hooks of his own and doing what all solo artists should do, entertaining and keeping the audience on his side. Highly entertaining, Mr. Pelle does it again. Documenting the sensation recordings 1948 to 1952. That's what this John Lee Hooker release is called. Now what I've got here is a press copy, which is why it's not boxed, but the CDs themselves are finished. It's not a CDR. Now Ace Records bought the Sensation label's recordings a while back, but it's only recently that the label realised that these recordings included a host of John Lee Hooker sessions. Early stuff too, I might add, and Hooker in a relatively early form in his blues evolution. That means 19 different previously unreleased versions of songs, including extended takes and alternative versions. The collection comes as a 3 CD digipack box, featuring a note from author Peter Guralnick and an overview of the music from Dr. Wayne Goines, the Director of Jazz Studies at Kansas State University, plus a sessionography covering all the tracks on the CDs. Lots to read then. The Hooker style is quickly evident on these mono recordings, but the voice is thinner, lighter, and lacking the gravitas of age. That said, it's also more mobile, nimble, and its emphasis covers a broader range. That vocal delivery is not lacking, it's just different, while the Hooker guitar continues to adopt that motoric rhythm, a top-notch set of little heard releases and rarities. Focusing on the power pop outfit Shoes, this particular box set looks at their career from 1979 to 1982. It covers the Elektra years, but this particular issue is from the UK outfit Cherry Red. This 4 CD box set includes pre-album demos, lost songs, alternative versions and live tracks, plus a 32-page booklet. Full albums include Present Tense, Tongue Twister and Boomerang, plus a disc of rarities. The US-based power pop outfit took advantage of the in vogue notion of recording their own songs in their own studio and releasing their music on their own label. And the band tended to live in the studio too. Gigging wasn't really their forte, and maybe that was their downfall actually. Maybe they didn't really work hard enough to get to the top. Even the Fabs worked their socks off before they called it quits playing live. This box starts after the band made a splash with their 1977 debut Black Vinyl Shoes. But although the press loved them, the public didn't, at least not in the same way, and the band never made it to superstardom. Nevertheless, the music here is easy on the ear, unassuming and warming. It flows with attendant hooks. The mastering sounds lovely, dynamic, open and airy mids, powerful stabbing bass and a broad soundstage. And finally, on the UK's Esoteric label, in a digipack format, we have Brian Davison's Every Which Way. Brian Davison, ring any bells? Think The Nice. He was the drummer. This album features Graham Bell on vocals and Procol Harum's bassist Alan Cartwright. The album itself was released in 1970, just a few months after The Nice broke up actually. Every Which Way was received with deafening silence, which is a shame and totally undeserved. Unlike his former band member Keith Emerson, Davison's only solo album release is a rock outing infused with both soul and blues. Some of it is pastoral indeed. There's a range of excellent performances here, including John Headley's guitar, no I don't know him either but I wish I could hear more, and Jeffrey Peach on sax, who has a distinctly Mel Collins approach to the instrument. The songs here are simple in their arrangement and straightforward in their presentation. Davison obviously has no time to mess around here and wants to get straight to the point. Look out for this one. If ever a hidden gem was to be had, this is it. And that's me done for this particular episode. Thank you very much for staying to the end of this video, and thank you very much for subscribing. It's very much appreciated indeed. I'd also like to draw your attention to the links which you'll find in the description box, full of information about where I am on social media. There's links there to my Facebook group, and you're very welcome to join. There's also links to my website, which you'll find a whole gamut of material on there, all kinds of editorial. Also my Patreon page, which features exclusive editorial, which you'll find nowhere else. There's all kinds of buyer's guides on there, which you might find of interest. There's a turntable buyer's guide, there's a CD player buyer's guide, there's a speaker buyer's guide, and a few other bits and pieces and other stuff as well. There's all kinds there. Have a look, check it out. I hope you will also join me on the next video. Until then, bye bye for now.